morning and welcome to day 14 of August Vlogs. We're about halfway through the month now, aren't we? Arthur is at school. He went off again quite happily this morning, so that was really nice. Jasper is watching a little bit of Pokemon at the moment, his new favourite thing, and hopefully he'll be playing with the train track after this episode. I'm not dyeing any yarn today, but I have a big planning day. I need to get all of the Advent colourways finalised so that I can start dyeing them hopefully tomorrow and into next week. Advents are, excuse the beeping, my washing machine has just finished. Advents are a massive undertaking for any indie dyer, and I have given myself even more work this year because I have said that all my colours will be inspired by very specific things. So my Advent this year, in case you've missed it out in the last few months, my Advent is all about kind of the history of Christmas. We're looking at all kind of a bit like my Nostalgia Club, which has gone back through decades and looked at kind of history through the decades, but Christmas is going back miles. Losing my voice. Christmas is going back absolutely miles. So not only have I got to obviously get all of the inspiration behind the colourways and the history kind of side of things involved, I also have said that all of my colours will work together. So it's not a pure fade. I made that quite clear, hopefully, in my listing. It's not going to be a pure fade, but the colours will work well enough together that you should be able to put them from one to the next in a project and they will all work together. Obviously, that's quite a bit of work to do. I've had some excellent help with the research side of things for all the different colourways from the lovely Rachel, who is a history graduate and loves researching history, and she reached out and offered some help, which I very, very gladly took her up on. So that has been amazing. I have narrowed it down from all our research. I've narrowed it down at the moment to 28 inspirations, which I'm obviously starting to kind of put colours towards and trying to work out colours that will go with those inspirations and stuff like that. So my plan today, hopefully, is to work through all of those and narrow it down so that I've got all 24 colours and I've got all 24 inspirations and I can start working out the order that they're going to go in. And then hopefully tomorrow I can start dyeing them. Yeah. It's always a bit nerve-wracking. You never know if it's going to go quite the way that you've envisioned it. But it's also really exciting to be able to make a start on all the Advents. So that's my major kind of thing today. And obviously I can't share a lot of that with you because Advents are a surprise and people won't want the inspiration and stuff like that spoilt at all. And then the other thing I need to do today is start planning for Perth. Whether I'll get a chance to do that. Perth is the weekend of the 13th, 14th, 12th, 13th, something like that. It's that weekend in September. And I am planning a big shop update. I'm looking at my thing to work out. I'm thinking I might launch my Halloween colours then. And I'm wondering whether to do a new collection or whether to do just a new mini bundle or something. So I need to start having a little think about that today as well. Right, it's about 2:10. So I've got about 50 minutes until I need to go and pick Arthur up, something like that. I finished working, all the Advents, well, I say I finished working for the moment. All the Advents are planned and I've got all the information for them, I've got all the order for them. Yeah, so hopefully I can start dyeing them tomorrow, which is quite exciting. I've got a much better idea in my head of what I'm doing, which is brilliant. I'm quite excited about it. Obviously, I'm sure there'll be some colourways that don't come out how I'm expecting them to. So it will, yeah, we'll see how it goes. But it will be fine. The end product will be fine. There might be a few trials along the way. Anyway, I'm rambling, aren't I? What was I going to say? Yeah, so I've got about 50 minutes now and I'm just going to sit down and start clue 4 of the gnome. And before I start clue 4, I thought I would share clues 1 to 3 with you, because I think clue 4 was released yesterday. Yeah, clue 4 was released yesterday. So I'd imagine that many of you, by the time this goes up tomorrow, I think clue 5 might get released tomorrow. Anyway, hopefully I won't be spoiling it for anyone because you're all up to date. So let's see clue 4. 3, 2, goodness, I've got lost now. Let's see clue 3. That's what I'm trying to say. And here it is, one finished. Let's move the pattern out of the way before somebody moans at me for having the pattern on display. One finished hat for a gnome. So clues 1 to 3. Clue 1 was the brim. Clue 2 was the main body of the hat, and then clue 3 gave you this fun little kind of spiral feature on the hat. It's so fun. I can't wait to see where we're going with the body of the gnome. But yeah, that's my plan now. I am going to cast that on. Right, I am back from picking Arthur up from school. He is settled downstairs. He enjoyed school, he had a good day, and he was perfectly happy walking home telling me about it. But he is a little bit tired and a little bit overwhelmed, I think, just from 2 days. He was a little bit teary when I was getting him changed and stuff like that. So he is snuggled up in his favourite spot on the sofa, and I think he's watching a little bit of TV or playing computer games as usual. I'm not really sure because I've left Tom to it. I've got some work to do. I need to get some more minis wound. I really should start scaling some yarn as well. All those little extra bits and pieces that need to be done before a shop update. It's not just the dyeing of the yarn, that's the easy bit. But I wanted to take a couple of minutes to chat about YouTube and YouTube monetization and ads and all of that kind of thing. I was chatting to a friend the other day, a non-nitty friend, and she just made a comment about, oh, you must make a bit of money from your YouTube channel. And I thought, well, actually, no, not really. And she was really surprised by how little it makes. And I think there's quite a common misconception about how much YouTube brings in when you put ads on YouTube. So I thought I would be completely honest and transparent and share it with you. I monetized my channel back in March, just before lockdown started in March. And between now and then, I think I have earned about £65, maybe £70. I haven't received that yet because you can't get any money until you reach a minimum threshold, which I think is around £60. So hopefully in the next month or so, I should eventually get that money. But I mean, what does that work out as? That works out, it's less than £15 a month, isn't it? If I've had my channel monetized for 5 months and say I've taken £70, which I think is more than I have, but anyway, say I've taken £70 in 5 months, yeah, that's less than £15 a month. So it gives you a little idea as to kind of how much it brings in. The ads work, so I don't have control over what ads you see. Just in case anybody thought that I chose the ads that you see, I don't have control over that. I do have control to some extent over where the ads are. So if you watched the first video in the August vlog series and you watched it quite early on, and you might have come across an ad right in the middle of a 10-minute video, that was a mistake. Normally they just put the ads at the beginning, but they've just changed the amount of time. So they've just changed the length that a video needs to be to qualify for mid-roll ads. And apparently now YouTube are putting mid-roll ads in as a default, obviously because it makes them a lot more money than it makes the people producing the videos. So I now have to turn that off on every video, but I didn't realise that when I put up my first August vlog. So apologies if that came across. I have edited it and it's all sorted now, but yeah. So basically I try and put up an ad at the beginning of the vlog, and occasionally I'll put up, well, I tick the box anyway for what they call overlay ads, which is those little ones that come up at the bottom of the screen, but you can just click the X on them and they go away. And yeah, that's it basically. I don't actually know how it works with how much you get per ad and all of that kind of stuff, but it's not even pennies per ad. And also, if you watch the ad to the end, the person who put the video up, so me, for example, gets more money than if you skip all the ads. In fact, if you skip the ads, I don't think I get anything. I'm not sure. I don't really know. Anyway, I just thought that would be an interesting little thing about YouTube monetization and all of that kind of thing. It's not a big earner. I'm not in it for the money though, as I'm sure you will be aware and you'll know that. So it doesn't bother me. It's nice that it's there and that I've got the option to get a little bit from it and a little bit from the time that I put into doing videos and things like that. And it helps me with being able to afford editing software, being able to afford kind of a better camera or even a better tripod or things like that as and when I need to upgrade them. But it definitely, yeah, it isn't a big earner until you have thousands and thousands and hundreds of thousands of subscribers, which for my little knitting podcast channel, YouTube channel, is not going to happen. And I don't really want it to, because that would be terrifying. It's scary enough talking to however many of you there are.